Hello everybody, my name is Khaled Siddiqui, and in this video I'm going to teach you trip planning in your newer Garmin GPS. This applies to all the newer Garmin devices such as Garmin DriveSmart 60, 65, 50 and so on. So what is trip planning? Planning is that if you're in a new city and as a tourist and planning to see different places, museums, restaurants, historical sites, you have to create a plan to follow the plan step by step. One scenario. The other scenario is if you're a delivery guy, let's say Instacart delivery guy, and you have multiple addresses to go to, or pick up people like a taxi service or Uber service. So with the trip plan, you could line up all the addresses to go to one after another and even change the priority of those addresses in the middle of your trip should the need arise. For example, let's say you have 4 passengers and you have to take each one of these people to their homes, and in the middle of your transit one passenger says that I have an urgent matter, I have to be home sooner. So you can change the priority on your GPS screen to make your trip to that person's house first, even though it was originally third in the list. So this is how trip planning works. In your Garmin GPS, normally if you go somewhere, you click on where to, and you either enter an address or go home, save places and what have you, and move on like that. But trip planning doesn't work like that. For trip planning, you have to click on apps. In apps, you scroll down and you choose Trip Planner. Click on Trip Planner. Now you have to create a new trip. How do you create a new trip? You click on the new trip, and once you click on that, you have to select a start location, add location which is your mid location, and then select destination. You could have the start and the destination as same place. For example, you could start from home and come back to your house, but go to like 10 different places. So let's start our start location. You click on this. Now you could say where I am now, choose this place as my start location, history channel data, different places, categories, home, address, you could enter an address as your start location and all that. For start location, let's choose an address. Let's choose 5522. I'm just making this up. Broadway. This is a made up address, so if it happens to be some actual address, I just made this up. So this is going to be my start location. Okay, I will be starting from that place. It's a made up address. I have no idea where that is. It could be a business, it could be anything. So I'm going to select that. Now I'm going to add a destination. I'm going to go to, let's say in the morning, I'm going to go to IHOP and have some breakfast. IHOP and search. It's searching for IHOP. So let's say I'm gonna go to this IHOP. Okay, I'm gonna go to that IHOP. Alright, so now I'm gonna add another location. After I had my breakfast, I'm gonna go to Balboa Park. This is a very nice park here. So I'm gonna go to Balboa Park. So I'm gonna write Balboa Park. Search. Let's go to Balboa Park Golf Course. Okay, select. So I'm gonna add the third location. So now I'm hungry again. Now I need to go to where I'm gonna go. Knowing myself and my finances, I'm probably gonna go to Denny's. Denny's. So there's an apostrophe S. Where is apostrophe? Denny's. So let's see if it's going to find Denny's for me. So let's say I'm going to go to this Denny's. Okay, select. So I had my breakfast. I had my, I went and checked out Balboa Park. I got hungry, went to Denny's. Now I'm ready to go back home. So now I could select home, or I could select somewhere else. I could select the same address that I made up from Broadway, 5522 Broadway, or I could say I'm gonna go and crash in a hotel. Let's say Marriott. So let's go to Marriott. So let's see. Marriott San Diego Mission Valley. There you go. That's where I'm gonna be sleeping. Select. Okay. So there is my start. There is my mid, destination, and there's my final destination. This is a route or a trip planned. Now let's change the priority of each one. Let's say if I decide, you know what, I'm gonna go to Danny's first, and then for dinner I'm gonna go to IHOP. I want to change the priority. How do I do that? I click here, and I click the up and down arrow. Click on that, and then I'm gonna click this, go to Denny's and click it up. Like that. So now Denny's is first, Balboa Park is second. I'm gonna go to Denny's, Balboa Park, then I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna go to Marriott and sleep. This is my trip. Now I will save this trip, and I go to next. It's calculating my route, to see how this trip is going to be executed. How much time do I need to execute this trip? And voila. So now see, my start was from Los Angeles from an unknown address, right? So I have to go there first to start my trip, right? So now it's giving me directions to go there first. Now I have to save. What do I want to name this trip? Let's say I'm going to name it San Diego Vacation. San Diego Vacation. Done. And San Diego Vacation is one of my trips, and as soon as I'm ready, I click on go, and there are my trips, and that's where I'm going to be traveling. It's calculating now again because I just entered that, and now we click on start, and voila, we are ready to go, ready to navigate to our destination, multiple destinations, and to get to where we want to go. Again, in the middle of the route, in the middle of your trip, you could, basically you could add a destination. You could, right now it's acquiring satellite signals, obviously, because I'm indoors, but you could, even while you're within that trip, you could, bring changes to that trip if you wanted to. Now, if I turn off my GPS, let's say I turned off my GPS and I haven't even started this trip, right? I turn it back on. How do I go back to the trip? So click agree, and then you click on apps, you scroll down, and you go to trip planner, and there is your saved trip. You click on that, and it should give you the San Diego vacation. So this is the one that we created. This is how you create trips, and you use the trip planner in order to calculate and manage your vacation in advance before you even get to the city that you're traveling to. So you don't necessarily have to be in that city. You could create your start point, midpoint, second midpoint, third midpoint, and your final destination. I hope this was educational. please like and subscribe.